Welcome to our viewing of our What's in the Box special. If you've got the flu, Uncle Drew has got the stew for you. Boom. As you may have noticed in my kitchen, Uncle Drew's kitchen, I don't like to waste food. What I do, once I'm getting towards the end of the week, I'll do an inventory of everything that's in the fridge that might be getting close to its expiry date, best before date. If they're vegetables, are they getting kind of wilted? How many more days do they have in them? So I'll try and figure out what can I do, what can I salvage out of that, because we're not throwing anything away. So let's take a look at what's in the box tonight. So I have some great celery. I've already rinsed it out. That way I've taken away any dirt that's there, any sand. Boy, wouldn't it be great to be at a beach? We've got some fresh parsley. And then I ask you, what time is it? It's thyme time. You may have figured out already what we're making tonight. Now, we've also got some happy carrots. Why not be happy when you're cooking? Let's set those aside. You can't forget this guy, your peppercorns. That's really important too. And our star of the show, you gotta check this out, what's coming next. You may have figured out what we're making already. Can you see it in the box? We got this guy. I took him out, he's buck naked. We are making a fantastic chicken broth tonight. You can use chicken broth in just about anything. It's great for sauces. This whole broth is gonna have beautiful flavors, very aromatic. You're gonna really enjoy it. Very easy and basic to make. There's not a lot to this. Basically, we're chopping things up really quick. We're putting it into our big pot. We're gonna add a touch of salt. It's gonna be a pinch of salt, not a punch, but a pinch. We don't wanna over salt it. Then we're gonna bring it to a boil. We're gonna package it off, fridge, freezer, bingo, bangle, bombo, and we're done. We're gonna go poof. That's it. Let's get after it. Boom. Okay, so you'll notice here we've got our chicken chopped up. The reason why we've chopped it is it's easier to extract everything out of the bones and from the chicken if it's chopped versus having the whole chicken going inside that pot. So once that's done, we're gonna go ahead, chop up all of our vegetables. Really, it's just the carrot, the celery, and the onion. We want those in bigger chunks that we add to the pot. We're gonna go ahead and just chop up lightly our thyme and our parsley, give a few cracks of peppercorn, fill the pot with water just above all the vegetables and the chicken, and then we're gonna add that pinch of salt and put it to boil. So let's get to it. I don't feel there's a need, but we'll get those guys just chopped up. You'll see smaller pieces here, and I'm gonna set those right out in front this way. Carrots. Hands chopped. Let's go ahead and add those to our pot. So parsley, again, nothing major. Add that in. This thyme. What a beautiful, fragrant herb this is. I just love thyme. I don't think I can ever get enough of that. So thyme is in. Onion. You'll notice on our onion here, what I'm about to do is I'm just going to peel it back. Some would even add the peels in there. I myself, I do not, but I don't judge others in their own kitchens. Not for long anyways. So we'll do that. See that? We just have those onions in cubes. I want to show you what this guy looks like inside. You can see everything in there. So once we do that, oh, that thyme is just fantastic. We've got our peppercorn here. 1, 2, 3 turns. Once we've got that, pretty simple. Looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more. There we go. So let's set it to boil. We'll come back in a little bit of time. Some will boil at 30 minutes, some will go an hour, some will say 4 hours. I'm going to be in the camp of, this is a tricky question, isn't it? Because I'm going to get judged on this one. I'm going to go for 2.5 hours. Once it's come to a boil, use the bottom of your ladle to swirl everything around. And what it does is it's going to push the grease out to the sides, and then you're going to use it. See? You're just taking out and skimming the grease from the sides. I'm going to try and do it with my other hand because I'm running low there. So we'll take out whatever grease we can. But again, it's much easier if you swirl around to the sides, and then we'll simply tilt in, and we'll make sure that we're skimming all around. This way our broth is not going to be cloudy. It's going to be as clear as possible, and we'll skim the other side. Very difficult to do though if this is not at a boil yet. So that's what we're skimming out right there, you see? Okay, so here we go. Now, I made a very large pot here of our chicken broth. So I've got to be very careful pouring this in. We're going to strain without spilling. And I may actually need to get a bigger pot. I'm going to have to do this 2 times over. But I will keep my eyes on everything. Okay, we're doing very well here. Okay, I'm just going to transfer to a different pot now. We'll lift this guy up. I can't begin to tell you how delicious this smells. We're going to make sure we get all of it, the good stuff out. I'll set that aside for a moment, and then I'll show you what we have. Our beautifully strained broth. Apparently Uncle Drew did not plan properly here, making so much in terms of broth, but this is the trickier part here with everything inside. We'll do okay. Whoa, we lost a little bit, but that's okay. That's not who we're concerned about here. You can see all of our vegetables, all of our chicken that's coming out. We're going to strain it all, not to worry. So we go to our backup plan. And we have to, and we strain this way, because I'm going to be letting everything drip through there. Okay? It's going to take a while, but that's okay. I'm really glad, though, that we didn't waste any of our vegetables here. We'll hold this guy up over here for now, just to help us out a little bit. And all those videos that are edited are perfect. Uncle Drew's Kitchen, we're not perfect. We're going to drop things, we're going to make a mess. But at the end of the day, this tastes fantastic, and that's what's important. Okay. I'm going to show you after a little trick that my mom taught me with this. And even her sister, my Tunty, out in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Hi, Tunty! There we go. We got it all. We're going to shake that guy up a little bit. And then I'm just going to set it over that bigger pot. So now I've pretty much got 3 separate pots here. My next question is going to be, where the heck am I going to store all of this? I'll find a way. Okay, everything's straining and cooling. That's fantastic. Okay, so I've overcome the pot problem. I am going to double strain this because I was not happy earlier on with having to use so many different pots, but that's okay. We've made it now, and we should be good on everything. This will be a little trickier, so we're going to go a little bit quicker. There we go. We're good. No splash attack. There we go. It's still very hot, so we certainly don't want to get burned when we're doing this. Trust me, the work on this, and it's very easy to do. It may seem like a little bit longer on camera, but it is not a long time. And once you've got this prepared, it's going to last you weeks in the fridge and months in your freezer. Excellent. There we go. All strained and drained and looking great. We'll give you a shot of that in a moment here. Got everything out. There's our delicious chicken broth. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Wow, smells just great. So step one, I'm going to pour some into my measuring cup because it's going to be a little bit easier to handle here once it's in there. Okay, great. So now I've got some different bottles and you'll know why. This has a pouring spout, so I'm going to be keeping this in the fridge and it's going to be much easier for me to pour. Wow, I think we made it without spilling. New record. Okay, let's do that process again. But I'm going to show you something else here, okay? Now, it's a little trick my mom taught me. So when you're cooking, if you pour this into your ice cube trays, okay, so we're going to fill each one up. And we're going to be putting this in the freezer. So I do have multiple ice cube trays. And I'm going to be freezing this up. So what happens now is when I'm cooking and I need some chicken broth, I'm simply going to be able to take out one of these cubes from the freezer and I'm going to be good to go. Now, I am going to keep some in the fridge for the next couple of weeks. That way I'm good there. But the majority is going to get frozen. And that way I've got this to last me for months now. So once you do it one time, that's it. You're set. I was able to buy a whole chicken on sale for under $4. And in today's economy and market with food prices, that was incredible. I actually bought up quite a few whole chickens and put them in the freezer. I'm out of space right now. But this chicken broth I made for, I believe, $4. And the reason being is I had all those herbs and vegetables already in my fridge. They were getting close to whether it be expiry or they were getting a little bit of wilt in them. And I wanted to make sure I used everything that I had in my fridge before it was wasted. This is a great time to do so. So keep your eyes out there for chicken. When it's on sale, buy it. And then as soon as you see you've got some things in your fridge that are getting towards the end of their kind of lifeline, make a chicken broth. Put it in the fridge, throw the rest in the freezer, and that way you've got this set for months. You'll be cooking fantastic dishes that have a lot of flavor or soups that start with this base without having to go through the work of doing it at that time. So until next time, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you. Let's put some in our favorite Las Vegas mug and add some fresh lemon juice. If you're feeling under the weather, this is fantastic to have for a cold, the flu, if you've got that. But even on a daily basis, this is so healthy for you. And I'm just the one who's making it for you. Until next time in Uncle Drew's kitchen. Boom! Oh, that is so good.